Hello there, welcome to hashtag Toe to Toe, the boxing show where you set the agenda, give us the questions, topics of discussion to be discussed with my sparring mates, Spencer Fearon once again. We're joined though by would-be super lightweight world title contender, I'm pleased to say, ASHLEY THEOPHANE. ASHLEY, welcome. Almost a year and a half since you were here last. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's good to be back on the set with you guys.
It's fantastic.
This guy,
Thank you.
I phoned Ashley this morning, right? And I said, no, sorry, when the announcement came out from Braun, I said, Ash, you going to come
on
to
hold,
the show?
did he?
No, Ash, you coming. I got his dance machine, you know. I said, look at him. I said, look at this. I've known him from his little kid.
I thought he'd banned you actually.
And he said, yeah, it's been ages since he's been on. I said, no, Michelle Joy Phelps, who does our podcast for us, she uses it actually regular. Yeah. So, but you see, because you're not listening to the podcast, you go on iTunes, it's the most popular boxing podcast ever.
So fill us in, Ashley, because Floyd Mayweather Jr. retires, and it seems one of his first big-time promotional moves might be to get you in with Adrian Broner for a world title shot. What's going on?
Well, that would be very big. You know, like with Adrian, he called me out. He won his 4th world title, and then he mentioned my name. So that's big in itself. And yeah, I'm ready to fight him.
Yeah, he's lost a couple of fights, isn't he, high-profile ones? What do you think of his strengths and his weaknesses?
Well, yeah, he's lost 2. So now we know how his weaknesses. You know, he doesn't like, you know, if you come forward, if your work rate. So that's what I just have to do. Just look at the 2 losses to try to replicate that to get the win, because that's how I'm going to win.
Now the dust has settled, what's the mood like in the Floyd Mayweather camp? Are you guys thinking he's coming back? Is he settling into retirement? Is he putting his feet up in the armchair? What's the situation?
Well, right now we just look at his vacation snaps, because he's all over the place. He's in Bora Bora, he's in the Cayman Islands, he's in Hawaii. So like right now he's just enjoying retirement. Yeah. But it would be great if he came back, you know, in May or whenever. It would be great. So I hope he does come back, but I don't know as yet. Right. No one knows.
I just want to quickly say to you, like,
yes,
you and this Broner fight, right? Because the calling out is like you said, you got a phone call from Dewan Blake. Yeah. For his cousin who runs it, and Dewan said, right, Adrian Broner's just made you famous.
Yes, that's what Dewan said.
Wait, because you didn't watch the fight, did you?
I didn't, I was sleeping.
Okay, so when you heard it, how did you feel?
I just smiled at Dewan because he FaceTimed me, so he said that, yeah, he just made you famous and stuff. So then I just started to laugh, and then he just told me, he told me his plan, because he advises me. And so yeah, it's all good. So I was just, and then I watched the clip, and I just laughing. I couldn't go back to sleep now. I was up. It was 5:45 and I was up. Yeah, because that's what I said to the one. I said, I'm sleeping. He said, wake up, wake up. So
we've had the one.
Well, possibly January, February you're talking about, maybe.
Yes, he says he's ready ASAP.
Well, I dreamt that you remember this now. Remember, I dreamt that you won a world title. This is last year. I said, I dreamt, and I text Ash, and I said, Ash, we did. I'm sleeping. Leave me alone. So I said, right. And I dreamt that he won a world title, and he knows this, and he can confirm this. Right, and he said to me, right now, I'm going to fight for the world title next year. Floyd's arranged it. So if it happens now, if he gets a world title shot, as long as he gets a shot, as far as I'm concerned, he's going to win it.
Yeah, definitely keep us posted on that. Best of luck in making that fight against Adrian Broner. The real Joseph Shaw on Twitter, or the Joseph Shaw, asking about that fight. So hopefully that answers your questions there. Toby Amos, on to other topics, says, guys, should there be more tournaments like the Super 6 made so the best have to fight the best? The promotional picture's changing slightly, you were saying, in the States as well. Do you think something like that, though, an organised tournament would make sense?
I think it would be great, because that was a fun tournament. I just think it's just too long. So you and me, we have to do like a top 4, the Super 4. Yeah. And it would be easy. But as well, it has to be within one promoter, because promoters don't really work together. Like Golden Boy and Top Rank do. But then you got Al Heyman, you got Mayweather Promotions. We stay together. So like it would have to be under like the same promotional team.
Yeah. And injuries and stuff can wreak havoc with those kind of fixtures.
It can, because it did happen when we did have the Super 6, which culminated in Andre Ward versus Carl Froch. Yeah. But what happened within there is like, for that, which was a genius thing, is like you had so many promoters, the Sutherland brothers, Mick Hennessy, Lou DiBella. You had so many promoters who said, right, let's put our differences together for the good of boxing. Let's go do something. But now, like as Ashley was saying, it's going to be very, very difficult, because it is an ego-driven and it's a money-driven sport. Yeah. So it's like one promoter said, we can get more money fighting these not-so-random fighters. Said, you're fighting the top guys and we can build you up. As far as we're concerned, you've got a world title anyway, so you're the best. So it's going to be very, very difficult to make that happen.
Yeah, a lot to lose in there, a lot to organise. Now, next question. Hizar Shakil asks via Sky Sports Boxing Twitter account, do you think Khan can beat Pacquiao? What's your take on that one, Ashley?
I think it would be a great fight. I'm a fan of Khan. I think he's gone to America. He's been willing to fight the biggest names.
Yep.
And I think he has a chance against him. I think his speed, the movement. Me, if I was going to pick the winner, I'm gonna go with Khan.
Yeah, Pacquiao's got 6 defeats on his record, hasn't
Well, that doesn't mean nothing.
But you think Khan?
Right. No.
Good
What
match.
I'm trying to say, I think it's a good match. Like I said, I think Amir Khan will give anybody trouble because of his hand speed. His hand speed, he's got perpetual movement, and he throws clusters of shots. And even though Manny Pacquiao was a fast fighter, but we don't know psychologically what that loss has done to him against Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
We don't know what's happened to him. And then you're hearing all kind of excuses. Oh, I was injured, and now you're not injured. You've been to a faith healer, now he's fixed. I'm saying, right, what's going on here? You know what I mean? So Amir Khan could give any, right, especially right now, you're getting a Manny Pacquiao at the tail end of his career, who's been through the wars, who's been knocked out by Marquez, who's been all of this. I would slightly tip Amir Khan to throw hit and hop it techniques and beat him on points.
And being a stablemate of Manny Pacquiao, have the inside track on that, so he wouldn't take the fight unless he was confident. But the big question would be, would Pacquiao's power be too much for Khan, potentially?
I don't think he's got the power there anymore. If you look at when last did you see him stop anybody? He couldn't stop out Jerry.
He did have it up and down about 50 times.
He did, but he hasn't got that killer instinct no more. So I can't see him stopping Khan. And I think that Khan will go in there believing that he can win. He sparred him, so he will know his weaknesses firsthand. I'm going for Khan.
Yeah, and Pacquiao certainly is sort of second half of his 30s, isn't he? Yeah. Charlie D, Charlie Hitman on Twitter asks, gents, thoughts on Eubank Jr. Versus Spike, Gary O'Sullivan. Talk of this being made for December. So he says, good fight. What do you think of that?
It's an excellent fight. Reason being is this. Chris Eubank, they were in yesterday, right? Chris
yeah,
Eubank.
He's got Tony Gita October 24th, hasn't he? And then a fight come December 12th.
Yes, and it's December 12th. He's maybe fighting Spike O'Sullivan December 12th, right? Yeah. On the Anthony Joshua Dylan White fight, which is going to be an excellent fight. So that's a really, really good show. And that is a good fight. For the reason being is like Spike O'Sullivan is a kid that believes in himself. He believes in himself and he wants to try and knock you out.
Yeah.
And you see like, I want to see how Chris Eubank Jr. now will adapt now. Now he's getting, he's under guidance and tutelage with Adam Booth now. Like Spike O'Sullivan likes to come at you. Chris Eubank Jr. likes to throw uppercuts. So you know what we're going to get one hell of a fight.
Yeah, we mixed
that's
in the middle,
line.
Yeah.
We are going to get an excellent fight.
And they've both only got one defeat, and that was to Billy Joe Saunders, which is interesting, but symmetry there. Niall asks on this same subject, or different subject, but on the subject of Eubank Jr., he says, how would Eubank Jr. fare against Triple G? He says, personally, I think he's got a great chance. What do you think? Tough to call.
I like Chris. He's young, he's hard working, believes in himself, which means a lot. Right now, he's not ready for him.
Yeah.
But you never know in a year or two. So, he's got time. There's no rush. Right. So if he waits till 2 years' time, he might be ready and he might cause a shot. Because right now, there's question marks. We don't know how good he really is.
Yeah.
So,
David Lemieux as well, coming up. We'll see how he gets on there, Triple G.
I want to say this now. I've seen Billy Joe Saunders and Chris Eubank. They were sat post-fight interview between them, and Billy Joe was admitting that I can't fight Golovkin, and Chris Eubank Jr. after defeat was saying I can fight Golovkin, I can beat him. And no, you see when you got that kind of that belief. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, when you believe in your belief so much, it becomes your reality. And there's something about that guy that I'm saying, like, right, as much as we're saying, all right, you can't fight Golovkin now, I don't think you can fight Golovkin now, but in time, you don't know what's going to happen.
Subject to belief and rebuilding, George Groves as well has been speaking to Sky Sports this week. Flace asks on Twitter, do you think Groves could be right when he says he'll always have James DeGale's number? DeGale is the better fighter, but styles, he says. Is that true? Actually, can happen in boxing a little bit sometimes?
I do believe that styles make fights, but I was ringside at their first fight, and I thought that James won that fight.
Wait, stop for a second. Thank you very much. You know what I mean? Because that's what I thought. And I'm not knocking George Groves, but that's what I thought.
And I'm going to say this. Out of the two fighters, I believe that James has improved more. He looks very good now.
Interesting, yeah. George,
I concur with my learned friend here. You know what I mean? I can't even, seriously, and that's not knocking George Groves, because George Groves has done, he's done fantastically well. But, you know, it was actually Theophane's stablemate, Badu Jack, that beat him in his last fight. And I think, like, he's kind of a little bit of trying to rebuild. So he needs to rebuild. Right now, James DeGale's flying.
Yeah.
And that win that he had against Jarrell proves to you that he is the second best super middleweight in the world. But really and truly, active super middleweights, James DeGale's the best super middleweight
Andre
in the world.
Ward, like heavyweight, talking about Sergey Kovalev as well, potentially.
He's the best in the world.
Irish boxing news has thrown this one into the mix. Which up-and-coming Irish fighters outside Carl Frampton and Andy Lee are you guys most excited about? You have one for us.
Yes, Jason Quigley, the 8-0. He was on the Sky Scholarship, right?
Yeah.
This Irish kid, rude boy. Trust me, Ash. The guy, he signed to Oscar De La Hoya. Floyd want to get this kid. The guy is bad, and he's such a nice and he's a learned kid. He comes in there and he's like want to pester us for knowledge and stuff. Yeah. But that Jason Quigley, and like when we looked at the question, and like our producer Donald, who's Irish, right? He said the same. Oh, it's a Jason Quigley, right? I can't do an Irish accent, but you know how he sounds like, right? So the Jason Quigley, that guy is a serious guy. 8 fights, 8 knockouts, and the kid's a monster.
He's only fought in California and the East Coast of America, so he's got good experience of the States. I've never fought back in Ireland yet, but I'm sure he'll have a big fight coming back. Here's one for you to finish off, guys. He Salam Project, or the Salam Project to UK has asked, who are the top 5 British boxers from 1980s to present day? Have you got 5 for us, Ashley? You said your top 5 last 30 years.
Well. That's your era.
Well, I'm gonna go with Lloyd Hannigan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Nigel Benn.
Yeah.
Carl Froch.
Yeah.
Hatton.
Yeah, 4.
And then I'm gonna say Amir Khan because I respect him as a fighter.
Fair, nice, interesting. Cool. No mention of Kawasaki. Does he make your 5?
100% Kawasaki would mention my 5. Lennox Lewis would be in there as well.
Yeah.
Lloyd Hannigan because of personal. The guy lived down the road from me, and I always think, I'm just one fighting Donald Curry, right? One fighting Donald Curry. It's like I was walking in Brixton. It wasn't like I was fighting for the World Cup.
He's in there. You did the impression.
I can do a very good Lloyd Hannigan. Yeah. Lloyd Hannigan in there. Chris Eubank would be in there. You know what? To do 5 is really difficult. So and I'd have to say Nassim Hamed. Guy tore the world up, man. Yeah. The guy tore the world up.
And Anthony Joshua may sit on top of all of them.
Let me tell you this. I just got a text from Anthony. So I'm saying, Anthony Joshua, as far as I'm concerned right now...
leave me alone, Spence.
Hi, you're a funny guy. But you know, I'll punch you up on the show. Right, so I'm saying like, no, we're getting him up. Right, so I'm saying, we'll get you. So I'm
easy,
easy,
easy.
No, I would have to say that Anthony Joshua, he's got to get past Dylan White. If he gets past Dylan White, then as far as I'm concerned, you're going to make it.
The world's your oyster.
Right, but you have to get Dylan. That's not an easy fight. It's not easy. That's going to be a Hagler Hearns, I guarantee you.
Let's hope so. Can't wait for that December 12th. Ashley, big thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Back stateside soon, hopefully building up to Brona, and best of luck.
Yeah, thanks.
Cheers, Spencer. That's it for this show. Remember to get your thoughts in next week. Sky Sports Boxing on Twitter. The tweet goes out asking for your questions on Tuesday. We record Wednesday. Look forward to getting those. We'll see you then.
Here I have ASHLEY Smith, former contender star, member of the money team, and the first world champion born out of Las Vegas. How are you doing this morning, ASHLEY Smith?